Hello. I wanted to give you a brief overview of this week because of all of the material that we've looked at this semester. The unit on factoring is probably the most important skill you will take out of this class and into your next class. I'm always surprised at the number of students in Math 152 and on into pre-calculus, even calculus and business calculus, who struggle with factoring because it is such an essential skill. So this week you're going to look at two things that are difficult and cause problems for people. The first is polynomial long division. It is a challenging concept. Everyone's least favorite elements of arithmetic are fractions, long division, and word problems. And this is not just long division, but long division with polynomials. I've provided for you 3 different videos of long division, as well as kind of the steps for going through the process, and then 4 long division problems for you to work on, and the answers to those problems. Okay, it is a complicated process. It's not easy, but with practice and developing the routine, it can become something that you absolutely can do. That it always looks the same. And so, I really encourage you to give yourself time so that you can go through and work through these problems. Watch these videos. They have been helpful for students in the past. Once you're done with the polynomial long division, you're going to move on into an introduction of just what factoring is, which is probably the first step in learning the process, is to understand what it is that you're being asked to do. And factoring is a process of rewriting a polynomial as a product. And you've seen factoring before when you did prime factorization. Now we're looking at how to factor polynomials. And that will start with this idea of factoring out the greatest common factor, or the GCF, and learning how to go through that process. So, make sure you take some time to look at those. Of course, there's a homework assignment that goes along with that. And then factoring by grouping is the method that we will use for factoring 4-term polynomials. And then eventually, next week, we'll look at rewriting 3-term polynomials to be 4-term polynomials so that you can factor them by grouping. Because factoring by grouping is a relatively straightforward way of factoring a polynomial. And it just takes practice. This is a skill. The more that you practice it, the easier it gets. But it is an essential skill and something that you want to take the time to make sure that you understand. Next week, we'll look at factoring in general. And then the following week, we have our test. So stay on top of things. Let me know if you have any questions or problems. And, start getting ready for registration is going to open late because of the coronavirus issues. So, start thinking about what classes you want to take for the summer and fall. And I'm happy to advise you in any way that I can.